When you want to buy something but you don't have enough money, do you ever think about borrowing that money from someone? Brody thought about it. But who do you borrow it from, and can you trust them? Let's learn what Brody did when we read Brody Borrows Money.
It looks like Brody and his friends are on a field trip at school. Chapter 1 is called Field Trip Find. My friend Josh held out a cool rock. Look, Brody, my mom said I could buy one thing from the gift shop, and I got this. I wish I could buy this shiny one, I said, but it costs $11. My dad only gave me $6. Josh held out some money. Well, I didn't spend all of mine. Do you want to borrow some? Oh, that was very nice of Josh, wasn't it? Wow, thanks, I said. Let's take a math break. How many more dollars does Brody need to buy the shiny rock? Dad picked Josh and me up from school. I told him about the field trip and my great new rock. I'm glad you had fun, he said. How much did you spend? Only $11, I said. You gave me $6 and Josh gave me $5. We pulled up to Josh's house and Dad gave him $5. Here's your money back, Josh. Thanks for giving Brody a loan, he said. After Josh left, Dad said, Brody, I gave you $6 for the field trip. That was all I wanted you to spend. Now I've had to give Josh $5 more. Can you pay me back at home? I looked at my rock. It didn't seem so great anymore. I shook my head. My piggy bank is empty. Chapter 2 is called The Cost of Borrowing. When we got home, Dad showed me a plastic card. This is a credit card, he said. I use it to buy things. Have you all ever seen your grown-up use a credit card before? Yeah. That's great, I said. You don't need money. Dad smiled. I do need money. When I use the card, I'm borrowing money from the credit card company, but they want me to pay them back. They send me a bill every month. Well, what if your piggy bank is empty and you can't pay right away? I asked. Then they charge me interest, Dad said. That means they add money to what I owe them. Since I don't want to pay extra, I need to pay my bill on time. So I don't buy everything I want. How much interest would they charge me for borrowing $5? I asked. Well, different cards charge different amounts, said Dad, but it might be around 75 cents. Uh-oh, I said. I'll never borrow money again. The important thing is to think hard before you buy something and then borrow only what you can pay back. Dad stood up. Follow me. Where do you think he's going to take Brody? Let's take a math break. Brody needs 20 quarters to pay back his $5. How many more quarters would he need to pay 75 cents in interest? Chapter 3 is called Borrowers All Around. We stepped outside. Dad said, most of our neighbors borrowed money to buy these houses. That's the only way many families can afford a house. Us too? I asked. Us too, said Dad. I picked a small house. I knew I could pay the money back that way. I pay some every month, but it's going to take many years, so I'll pay a lot of interest too. Chapter 4 is called Payback. Are you going to charge me interest on the $5? I asked. Dad laughed. No interest this time. You can pay me back by raking. Then we'll be even. Turn and talk. Have you ever borrowed money before? Did you pay it back? There sure were a lot of leaves. I'm going to be as old as my rock by the time I bag all these leaves, I said. Next time, I'll think harder before I borrow money I can't pay back. So, do you do chores at your house to earn money? What do you do to help around the house? Maybe laundry, maybe you walk the dog or set the dinner table. So, Brody's dad had a credit card, but we're too young to have credit cards right now, aren't we, friends? Yes. So, we are going to practice buying something with an IOU. Have you ever heard that term before? So, sometimes when a person borrows money from a friend or a family member, he or she will write an IOU note, and that stands for I owe you. So the note is a promise to pay the other person back. Sometimes the borrower will pay the person back with money. Other times the person may pay them back by doing some work for them. Either way, you're going to have to pay back the loan. You will want to start by borrowing a small amount of money, maybe just a couple of dollars. Maybe you could ask a grown-up in your house for enough to buy a pack of gum at the store. Then talk with them about a job you could do. Maybe, like I said, you could help with laundry or set the table for dinner or sweep the floors. Together, decide what would be a fair trade for the money you are borrowing. And once you have decided, make an IOU. I hope you enjoyed our story, Brody Borrows Money. If you would like to purchase this book, click the link below. Thank you so much for joining me today.